What is the goal of the Christian life? What is the purpose? What's the meaning of our life? What's the goal of the Christian life? The only goal of the Christian life is love. Love is the goal. Love is how we get there. We are Christians, we are people of faith because we have been called to love one another and to love God with our whole heart. And that ultimately is the destination we're going to also, isn't it? You know, heaven is a place of complete and perfect love, a place of complete and perfect communion. And so when we ask, what is our Catholic faith all about, probably the best word that we can use to describe our Catholic faith is love. Our Catholic faith is about love. Now, what does love mean, right? Is it a sentiment? Is it a feeling? It can involve those things. But of course, for us as Christians, love is something that's much more than a sentiment. It's something that's much more than a feeling. It's something much, much deeper than that. A lot of times we think about people in love being people that are attracted to one another. Okay, that's great. But there's something much deeper. There's a stained glass window in a church in Illinois, and on this stained glass window, it depicts this man in Calcutta. It's a dying man, and his face is kind of grizzled with age and with dirt, and he's poor, he has nothing, he's dying, he's partially in a pool of mud. And you look at that and you say, that's like the most unattractive thing that I could imagine. And yet in that window next to that man who's dying, there's the image of Mother Teresa. And Mother Teresa is kneeling down. She's kneeling down in that pool of mud so that she can place her hand on the face of that man. And that's what love looks like. Love doesn't always look attractive, doesn't always look flashy, doesn't always feel good, but love is, I'm going to choose to do what is good for this person, right? It's, I want what is good for this person, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make that happen, to make that person have that goodness, so they can experience the presence of God as well. And so sometimes we define love as willing the good of the other, right? When I will the good of the other, then I'm loving that person. And so if love is so central to our Christian faith, then it's certainly not a surprise that Jesus gave that commandment to his disciples towards the end of his life. He says, I'll be with you only a little while longer, but let me tell you this. He says, I give you a new commandment. Love one another. As I have loved you, so you also should love one another. We are called to love not just in how we feel, but in what we choose to do, how we treat one another. That's what love really looks like. Here's another definition of love. To love is to say to another person, it is good that you exist, right? It's good that you are here. It's good that you are alive. When you love another person, you're showing that person that life is good, that God is good, that they are good, and that life is worth living, and how much we need that. How much do each one of us need that? If we didn't feel that from maybe our family members, if we don't feel that from somebody, then we start to wither up, and we wither up and we kind of fade away. But when we feel that, when we experience that love, each one of us needs to experience that, then we grow and we can flourish. And so we have that responsibility then to love one another, to be able to help them to grow and to flourish, to be able to say to them, it's good that you are here, it is good that you exist. And no matter what our circumstances are, no matter how maybe unloved we feel ourselves, we always have that capacity to choose love for another person. You always have that capacity to say, no, you are good, you are a child of God, you are worthy of love. And so today that's the commandment that Jesus gives us. Love one another just as I have loved you. He showed us the way to do it, even on the cross when he felt probably as far away from love as he could, but he instead chose that he was going to love. He was going to offer himself for us. He teaches us the way, and he commands us to follow and do the same, to love one another as he has loved us.